After the Lagos governing body, that is the GAC, tried to use Koni way, to convince the Lagos lawmakers to elect someone else from Lagos West, saying that both Sanwo-Olu and the Speaker are both from Lagos Central, and these lawmakers refused. They all jetted to Abuja to see Tinubu. What they discussed at the meeting, we are going to talk about in the rest of this video. But before we do that, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button down below. Also give this video a massive thumbs up. That way, this video is being recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below as well. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu abruptly abandoned meeting with members of a governing advisory council, GAC, for delaying his order mandating the reinstatement of impeached Mudashiru Obasa as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Sources privy to the development told the Gazette that the meeting did not hold as Mr. Tinubu, who had learned the parties were coming to tell him that they could not reach an agreement on reinstating Mr. Obasa beforehand, ignored the meeting and ordered them to go back and carry out his order. By the way, President Tinubu is out of the country and has traveled to Paris. Moving on, the president had learnt before the meeting that members of the council failed to reach a conclusion on his order that the Lagos Assembly lawmakers should reinstate Obasa, so he called off the meeting, sources told the Gazette. He told them to go back and carry out his order. The Gazette had on Tuesday reported that the Auxiliary Council ignored Mr. Tinubu's order to reinstate Mr. Obasa, but came up with an alternative solution to offer Mr. Obasa a senatorial ticket in the 2027 election, so he would forego the speakership position following a meeting in Lagos on Monday. GAC, a decision-making body in Lagos, was formed without any constitutional and statutory power by Mr. Tinubu to control the state's politics, also promised the removal of Mr. Obasa's replacement, Lasbat Miranda, and the appointment of a neutral person if he agreed to council's proposal, with the final decision maker on Lagos political affairs being Mr. Tinubu. Some GAC members immediately traveled to Abuja following their meeting in Lagos to meet with Mr. Tinubu on Tuesday to brief him on the situation. However, they were left hanging for hours before being told that the president had no business with them and were immediately dispatched back to Lagos to carry out Mr. Tinubu's order, which is for lawmakers to reinstate Mr. Obasa, sources noted. The members of a council who had come from Lagos stood for hours for the president before they were informed that Mr. Tinubu said he had no business with them since the individuals were not there to carry out his orders, the sources said. The sources added the attendees were ordered to go back to Lagos by Mr. President and immediately reinstate Obasa as Speaker because his decision is the final. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you think of this order to reinstate Obasa and the offer that these GAC members are offering? Let us know in the comment section, guys. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment is from Isaac Thomas. Is politics for Obasa mind. He believes say Tinubu won't make him return back as speaker. More you look, the less you see. Agu Umar says, I thought you guys had flaunted him as a democratic because he happened to be a pro-Nadeco. His personal mission or reason being there, nobody had questioned his capture of Lagos since becoming a governor over 20 years ago, and his unilateral pick of Senate president also made him a democratic. The question comes, is democracy having a different meaning in this climb? Time will tell, but remember what goes around comes around. The one that rejoices over my oppression will one day be a victim of the same oppressor. Ken Nwite says, na Nnamdi Kalu cause all this. With Igbo people with the Lagos, it's a good thing you Yorubas are learning to blame on ourselves these days. Folu says, so he is backing Obasa for all his atrocious behaviors. That means he founded the GAC for his own purpose. Olatunde Adedokun says, fake, fickle, and falsehood, a concocted, malicious, crafted figment of imagination, a pure fabrication of mendacious Momo story by Gados. Okay, we'll see if it's a Momo story. Ayodeji Akeredolu says, Nigeria belongs to everyone. I am impressed that democracy is now operating in Lagos of tomorrow. Nigeria will still be a country to be proud of. The free education sponsored by late Sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo is now working. No money, power again. By the grace of Almighty God, our wisdom, knowledge, and reasoning should be put into place. Agube Egbe says, democracy in Nigeria, especially under Tinubu, is actually a demonstration of craze by the confused opportunists who are dubiously occupying our public spaces. Otto Atu Eyi says, Wike can never have such power and control over River State. The down south, those are not that submissive in nature as the people of up south. Those ones can be easily controlled because they idealize human. They see their babad as superhumans, especially the ones that has money and power, which makes them power monopoly in nature. Arinze says, that's one that Yoruba matter. If they are tired of such, it is left for them to reject it. Eze Kelvin says, the type of group Wike wants to create in River State that boomeranged, how can such group exist? And you tell me that you're a Democrat. You're a Democrat. Never. Lastly, a comment from Femi Ajayi says, it wouldn't be easy to return a speaker that have fallen from grace with his governor. If I were Obasa, I would just move on. Axine, I don't understand the obsession with that office. You have been rejected by your colleagues. So why are you trying so hard to go back to that same position that you've been rejected from? Instead of him to move on, if I were Obasa, I would take the senatorial seat offer and move on. Like, life does not revolve around just you. Mika Duro Toye says, in what way does this promote democracy? Why not let the mandate of a house stand? That someone out of the confines of a legislature will determine who occupy a particular position in the House is the antithesis of democracy. It is indeed militocracy in disguise. Exactly. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.